Thank you. Mark Bingham is most recently known for his valiant actions on September 11, 2001, helping to divert United Airlines Flight 93 away from Washington, D.C. While this award is given for excellence in achievement, I submit to you that this award is for excellence in public service and courageous loving. Mr. Bingham expressed true love when he thought about the impact his actions would have on others. Some may say that he committed a selfless act. I propose that his act was selfish in the best of ways. For Mr. Bingham, I imagine that his action was his way of living and unfortunately dying with integrity. To me, this is excellence in achievement, the achievement of living aligned with one's values, of walking the walk, so to speak. Mr. Bingham, if you can hear me, the story of your life helps me to continue to walk the walk. In 2006, I was an undergraduate senior sitting in the audience at this gala. Many did not know at the time, but I was still an enslaved child. Today, I stand before you as a free woman. Though I was able to secure my physical freedom just weeks after the 2006 gala, I have spent the last 8 years securing my psychological freedom. The last 3 weeks have been especially difficult in my journey as I continue to face the painful memories of extreme violence and trauma and abandonment. As the survivors of trauma in the room know, facing traumatic memories is no easy task, and yet it is our truth that sets us free. Cornel West writes, "The essence of blues music is to stare painful truths in the face and persevere without cynicism or pessimism. This is the challenge of our time. As Californians, we must stare at the painful truths of our relationships, our neighborhoods, and our nation. Pervasive sexual assault, widening inequality, ineffective political systems, and so much more, including the continued buying and selling of human beings for profit. And yet we must persevere without cynicism. As I have learned, if we are to break the cycle of oppression, we must first reckon with our historical trauma. We as a society have not fully reckoned with our history of genocide of Native people, nor have we reckoned with our institution of legal slavery of Africans, the internment of Japanese Americans, the invasion of Mexican land, and so on. We continue to repeat oppressive histories and to pass down trauma, even though our country was founded upon rebellion against imperialism. We live in a society of contradiction, and I know these contradictions quite well. Both slavery and freedom have marked my life just as it has marked our nation's history. And yet, for me to move forward in my life, I must accept the unacceptable, that I did suffer immense trauma, and I must grieve my losses. Our nation is in a similar place. We must accept our immeasurable traumas, ones inflicted on us and by us, and we must grieve. We must also, as I'm learning, embrace the gift of being alive to tell the truth about trauma and to rectify, reconcile, and repurpose a new way of living. UC Berkeley allowed me to repurpose my life. My coursework precipitated the intellectual foundations of my rebellion. Student groups helped me form the relationships that would buoy me in my escape, and the UC Berkeley Public Service Center gave me financial independence and taught me about working in solidarity with others. Lately, I have wondered if my heart has the fortitude to continue challenging the powers that dominate and oppress. Who really wants to receive an award for talking about being raped and sold by your own parents? And who really wants to work to advocate with and for survivors of child abuse and slavery? I live in a paradox because, like Mark Bingham, I both want and need to do this work for the integrity of my soul, and I want and need for my work to become obsolete. Today, I accept this award more willingly than past awards because it encourages me to hold steady in this seemingly unrelenting grief and to keep going. It reminds me that even though my parents did not love me, I am beloved. And what it says to me is that my work, my capital W work, in growing, healing, and serving others is work that speaks to people and matters to the world. For that, to Mr. Bingham and his family and to the California Alumni Association, I thank you for this honor. To the survivors of trauma out there, be it survivors of neglect, incest, war, child sexual exploitation, slavery, or otherwise, I am standing here to say that it is possible to love yourself and to reclaim your life after trauma. It is possible to live guilt and shame-free. And equally important, it is possible to end the tradition of moral indictments and judgments of ourselves and each other and to matter deeply to one another. I am grateful for the many people in my life who have taught me how we can matter to one another. I am thankful for my beloveds who are here today, Bonnie, Emma, Mike, Susan, and Ryan, who have challenged me to continue courageous loving. We all need to matter in the world, not for what we do, but for who we are. Like Mark Bingham, if we embrace who we are to the core, human beings who want to love and be loved and to protect one another, we will be of service to ourselves and to humanity. UC Berkeley, you have given me the chance to be who I am, to matter to myself, and to brace humanity. And for that, I am Berkeley for life.